Well, if you guys stick around long enough, I'm going to show you how to make a full-size cheese grater out of a piece of sheet metal. Well, today's project, we're going to lay out a pattern on this Model T Ford rear pan or rear half of the car for my buddy. Now, he's gave me some instructions of where to start and stop the louvers and what and the obstacles that we need to work around. So I'm carefully laying all that stuff out on the back. This is the very, very important part. Trying to get your design right, trying to lay out everything and make it nice so that when you get to the Louver Press, you're not going to make any mistakes. Now you'll see in the end what we're having to work around on the other side, on the paint side of this car. There's some spots that I'm having to measure on both sides so that when I do lay the louvers out, I'll know where not to go. It's very important that you get your design right, squared, and laid out properly. Now, if you don't lay out each louver and where the Louver Press is going to come down on it, there's a really good chance that you get crooked. If one louver is off by just a little bit, I promise you, you and everybody else will be able to tell it when this thing's laid out. So like I've said before, make sure everything is square, make sure all the rows are square with each other, and that's after you've squared up the panel, even though this panel is tapered on all four sides. Don't go anywhere, guys. This is going to be fun to watch, and you might accidentally learn something. Now would be a great time to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll never miss another Spanky's episode. Now here I'm going to go ahead and lay out some layout dye or layout paint, and I'm going to go ahead and crisp up the center of the louvers.
Well, that was crazy. That 5 minutes that you just watched, minus whatever I edited out of it, took me about 45 minutes. Anyway, you can see the pattern. It's not really that much overkill when you're doing something that tapers down on the edge like this. That top has a sway in it, so does the bottom. So nothing on here is square. So we have to get our reference points, find us something square, and the grid pattern, each one of these lines is the open part of a louver. So the louvers will follow my scribe line that you see down through here. We got 3 rows, 2 rows, and 3 rows. This section up here is being left open because there's going to be a rear brake light going there, like off of an old school bus. This is a 23 to 25, 26, 27 Ford Phaeton, 4-door Roadster Phaeton. This is the back half of it. This is what the customer wanted. This is what the customer wanted. The louvers laid out like this, a starting point and a stopping point. So that's what we did. Now that's the hard part right there. The other hard part is the stress of not screwing it up. And on this particular job, he stripped everything on the back side, but I failed to mention that I needed both sides stripped. So I did my best to strip off all this old epoxy primer, or not old. This stuff is hard as concrete. All right, let's get it over and start punching some holes in it. Let's make a cheese grater out of it.
It always starts with the first punch, and it always ends with the last punch, and I never can wait till I get to that last punch, hoping that it's square and even, and when I finally flip this thing over, it looks marvelous. There ain't nothing like messing up, having to weld it, and having to start over. So take your time. Very important. Now, when you're doing these louvers and you've got a curved panel like this, you do not want to let that panel be forced down or held down. It needs to be just floating on that surface. If it's being held down, it's just like hitting it with a die. It will make that panel more rigid and flat, and you'll lose that arc. Woo! We are almost to the last louver, guys. Now, if you noticed here, I've got my little friend Jack helping me. Now, that thing right there is a miracle saver. It keeps my little wife from having to run out there and help me, because it's pretty stressful, and all you need is an audience to be watching, and you're going to screw up. So that little thing helps out a whole lot. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah, you cannot beat that for a cheese grater. That's going to look awesome. This is for my buddy Ricky Neal, the possum killer. We're going to have to go over to his garage. Check it out. There's where he wanted me to start them. There's where he wanted me to avoid. And there's where he wanted me to end them. I might have been able to sneak one more louver in down there, but the thickness of the louver die would have probably stopped me from doing that. Right there. That would have probably stopped me. Well, there we go. That's how I lay out my louvers. These are 3-inch louvers. It's the Hot Rod Design louver of choice. Alright guys, that's where I'm going to leave it today. Just another Louver Press video midweek, trying to help a buddy out. If you need some louvers, hit me up. As for always, thanks for watching. Thanks for OLight coming to the rescue on this one, because I run out of, broke my light bulb on the Louver Press. Had to get the OLight and strap it to my head like a little geek. But hey, you know what? Whatever I look like, it was working. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get out in your garage and go build something. See you guys in the next episode. Spanky's gone.
Hey, don't forget to check out our Amazon store. Everything that you see most of the time used in the videos are always in the Amazon store. Well, let me know what you think about this. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, and make sure that you catch the next episode at Spanky's Hot Rods and Customs. Check that beauty out. I think it turned out great. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Porter-Built Mufflers, Driven Racing Oil, Lug Nut Guys, Wellworth Products, Benchmark Abrasives, and Auto Solo. Thank you guys.